Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel for another Total War live stream. This time we're playing Total War 3 Kingdoms. We're going to be playing as Yuan Shao with some mods enabled, with a custom campaign goal of defeating Cao Cao by any means necessary. Becoming Emperor, all those other side goals, now those are just side goals. The primary motivation for this playthrough is for Cao Cao to friggin' die. Alright, simple enough. We're playing on records mode, we're playing on hard difficulty, and we're playing the Rise of the Warlords campaign, because I don't own any of the other DLC campaign packs at the moment. So let's begin.
Embers rise, stark against the night. The tyrant Dong Zhuo wields the flames of destruction. Luoyang burns, chaos ignites, as the power of the eunuchs is crushed. In the pyre, the Han falters. But it will not go quietly. There are those who would resist. Yuan Shao knows he has the strength to face the tyrant. Though the sleeping dragon lies, will this chaos awaken him? China is in turmoil. The great empire of the Han, stretching back ages beyond counting, is being devoured by corruption. The Yellow Turbans, thousands strong, began raising their banners in rebellion and seizing commanderies across the realm. In response, generals loyal to the emperor rose up and put down the rebellion. Yet, despite the victory, the tyrant knows no mercy.
Leon says, Cathay looks quite good on your system.
Together we ended the eunuch's corruption, but this butcher knows nothing but his own ambition.
He has fled to Chang'an with the young emperor.
So now he controls the Han. I cannot let a tyrant control the fate of China. We must act.
We must, my lord. But there are still rebels and bandits to consider. China is beset by dangers, and the warriors of the coalition seem to have lost their zeal.
Perhaps then, it is time I picked up these listless pieces and placed them back on the board.
The dragon of Yuan has lain dormant for too long, my lord. It is past time he let the world know his power.
All right. It is my noble duty to unite the coalition once again. By my command, tyranny will be brought to justice. Yeah, that's funny, because I'm pretty sure in the story, Yuan Shao is a big part of why Dong Zhuo is even in Liaoyang, or however you pronounce it. Pretty sure he invited him to the capital. And then, you know, Dong Zhuo did a Uno reverse card. So it wasn't the brightest move.
It was never in doubt. It seems for the best.
Will you play Victoria 3? I'm not sure. That's a good question. I've yet to cover any Paradox titles on the channel. I'm definitely interested in it, though. I never played Victoria 2, but the Victorian era is very interesting to me. All right.
As they fight side by side,
Destiny awaits us. Charge towards it.
And in game, he is notorious for his vassal spam. Yeah. Is he still? I know that was like a launch thing, but I don't know. I think he got reworked at some point along the way.
It would be prudent to occupy this place. To arms.
What's up, LA Ingram? Thanks for joining into the stream. All right, let's take a look at the diplomatic situation. So we got yellow turbans to the southeast, the Han to the east, and we got friendly Han Fu to the north. And neutral people to the west. Cao Cao, who we want to see dead, is friendly with us. I mean, I guess the play here would be to just try to secure a corner of the map as like a medium-term goal. One way or another, whether we conquer it, vassalize it, or just maintain friendly relations. But I think that that's usually a good strategy in Total War, is to find a corner and build out from there. I know there's going to be an event chain at some point with Han Fu where I can either betray Han Fu and or support him against Gongsun Zan. So we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I think it happens pretty early on, though.
Victory is assured.
Let's check the court. I haven't played Three Kingdoms since its abandonment, but Cathay and Warhammer 3 gives me hope. Fair enough, man. Cathay looks pretty awesome. Yeah, I was really salty. It took me a while to pick this game back up again after CA abandoned it. But I'm glad I did, because it's a really good game. Especially with some mods thrown into the mix. Speaking of, it's a good time to talk about one of them. Playing with the Court and Politics mod, which adds in the political mechanics from Rome 2 and Attila. So you can see here, secure loyalty, assassinate, arrange marriage, flirt, things like that. So just a nice little touch, especially on higher difficulties when satisfaction kind of takes a bit of a hit. So oh, another mod I'm playing with that goes along with it is Relationships Matter, which adds in over 1,000 character events. I'll explain it in detail more when we get one of those character events. Right now, I'm trying to pick my Chancellor here. Oh, that's right. Yuan Shao's son is kind of a prick. I played a little bit of this campaign before. Yeah. Incompetent, vengeful, and distinguished. To be honest, I might buy Three Kingdoms, but it's got to be on sale. The game is looking really solid. I think it's one of the best Total Wars, but I didn't get the love it deserved. Or it didn't get the love it deserved, especially with the mods. Yeah, I agree with both of you guys on that one. definitely pick it up on sale if you're going to pick it up. I mean, I recommend that for any Total War game, frankly. They go on sale all the time. There's basically no reason to pick it up for full price unless you're just super impatient or something. And yeah, the mechanics for the campaign, I couldn't agree more. It doesn't get the love it deserves. Like, when I picked this game up again recently, every time I pick it up, I'm floored with the campaign depth. I mean, it's just light years ahead of any other modern Total War game in terms of depth. Like, they brought back population, albeit in a slightly different. It works slightly differently than it does in Rome and Medieval 2, but it's back, and it's pretty much back like the way it was. The character rework that they have in this game, where like the characters have interpersonal relationships, is super fucking cool. Like, if they make a Medieval 3, I really want this system to be present in it. I mean, look at this. It's just for role-playing people like me, people who like to get sucked into their campaign, the story of their campaign. I mean, this is like music to my ears. Yeah, I don't know. I think it just gets passed over because of the setting. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, it was really tough for me to get into this game because I didn't care about the setting. I had to do a lot of like watching videos on YouTube and stuff to get myself into the setting. I don't know what it is. It was just really impenetrable for me. And I think a lot of like Western people who aren't already familiar with Romance of the Three Kingdoms are going to have the same problem. That's why I think this game just gets dismissed out of hand by like a lot of the Total War players. What's up, Basileus? How you doing? I've played like 4 or 5 campaigns, and I keep discovering new stuff. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, I would kill to have like this level of campaign depth in Total War Rome 2. Like, holy shit. That would be awesome. By the way, we're playing on records mode. Okay. I'm gonna throw him in there. What the heck? Here we go. Yeah, we want a non-aggression with Zhang Yang for sure. Yes, I think what we're going to do is just conquer northeast. Just going to push northeast. Unless we're forced to butt heads with the yellow turbans down here. But the primary goal, medium-term campaign goal, is to conquer everything up here in the northeast, which means we're going to be killing Gongsun Zan.
Yes, we accept.
Where's Liu Dai? Like, where's his faction? Why is it zoomed in on my... Okay. We're just gonna get an non-aggression with him.
A reasonable offer.
Let's get a trade deal going if we can. I love this quick deal, by the way. They did an amazing job with diplomacy in this game.
The honor is mine.
Let's see if we can get some money out of the deal. Every little bit counts.
Satisfactory deal.
May integrity guide our negotiations.
Definitely want a non-aggression with this guy. I saw an article that I didn't actually read, but I saw the headline, and it was like, you can win 3 kingdoms without actually fighting, which just is a testament. I mean, if it's true, it's just a testament to how good the campaign is. Basileus says, I'm cool, thanks, and you? I'm doing pretty good, man. Have you tried AoE 4 yet? Any thoughts? I tried the preview build. I do have some thoughts on it, but give me 1 second to finish catching up with this chat. I just wish we would get more paradox-like difficulty settings, as not everyone likes everything in Total War games. Yeah, I agree. I think Civilization is, like, the best in the genre for giving players the ability to set up their campaigns the way they like. And Civilization has hefty mod support, too. Yeah, the setting turned me down as well, but after watching the entire 2010 series, I'm really loving this game, but the bugs can be really annoying. The only thing I dislike about the game is that records mode is not too realistic. Diplomacy in this game is really cool. Agreed. Would you also like to see a return for immersive battle maps similar to Empire and Napoleon? I personally loved those maps with fields, villages, and other immersive stuff. Sorry, much text. Yes, I would like to see that return. Absolutely. I think Warhammer 2 has the worst battle maps in the entire series. And that's coming from someone who really enjoys Warhammer 2. But the battle maps are just so trash. Like, they're so samey. You see the same ones over and over again. Alright. Hi, what's going on, Xavier? I love that the game doesn't force you to be expansionist and even punishes you a bit if you grow too fast. Yeah, I agree. Same. And it doesn't have the stupid supply line system that Warhammer has. God, I hate that. That's like the worst gamey mechanic that I've seen in a while in Total War. And I'm so happy to see it removed in Troy. The administrative burden system they have now in Troy is so much better than supply lines. All right. These captains are really cool. In fact, I think I can do something pretty crazy real quick. Let's see.
Victory is my birthright.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. We're going to do what's called a pro gamer move. Family tree. Watch this. Embezzle funds. Now we have enough to go ahead and recruit a Jian infantry captain. Although that's going to cripple our economy. This might not be a pro gamer move after all. Shit. I heard so much about how good this Total War is. The problem is the setting of this game. I'm not really interested in China history and military, and I'm afraid many people aren't as well. Yeah, that's been largely my problem with the game, too. I've had to force myself to get acquainted with it. Which is not a bad thing. I had the same thing with Shogun 2 back in the day. I didn't know jack shit about the Sengoku Jidai period. Or the Boshin War, for that matter, when Fall of the Samurai dropped. The only thing I knew about the Boshin War was Tom Cruise. What's the garrison looking like here? What the heck? Can I not see the garrison? Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm looking at the wrong thing. All right, we're going to do it. We're going to... recruit real quick.
I am not to be paltered with.
We got to stay afloat for one turn, money-wise. I'm gonna request aid from my piece of shit son. Actually, that might be a really bad idea. That'll put him in the... I'll put him at 0 satisfaction. You gotta do it with someone else. Chinese history is pretty amazing once you get into it. The Three Kingdoms period has an amazing history behind it as well as the warring states. Yeah, it's giving me Game of Thrones vibes. The Three Kingdoms period, which is really cool. I love Game of Thrones. Oh, this ain't good. I need a little bit of money. This should do it right here.
Welcome, friend. We approve this.
Hey, Niels, 3317. Can you give me an example of some of those bugs you were talking about? What mods am I using? If you check the video description, there's a list. I'm using about 10. Season 8 never happened. Agreed. I don't. The show ended at season 6. It's a shame they never finished it. All right, we're good now. We're good to pop off here. Low general satisfaction. That's fine. You'll live. If anyone is into mangas here, The One Kingdom is about the warring states, and it's the top 10 manga all time. Damn. Not into mangas, but that's cool. I really wish they would make an HBO show about the Three Kingdoms period. Crushing defeat. Oh, Jesus. I didn't realize this was a walled city. All right, well. You know, the friggin' walls right there? Yeah, somehow I missed those. So much for that big brain move.
As I walk this land of homes and families, I see China's future.
Let's try this.
Let them stumble into our trap.
How is life? Aussie whom claims to be from the US. I don't know I understand what you're asking. My life is going good right now, man. How about yours?
A profitable agreement.
All right. Many of the greatest warriors in the region plan a feast to demonstrate their equestrian skills and show off their finest horses. After all, how can a mighty warrior be without an equally impressive steed? Before the feast, some warriors execute maneuvers with deliberation, others demonstrate speed and how they might raid the enemy. The banquet that follows will begin soon. How will you toast? Who do we need better relations with? Yuan Shao, looks like. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is one of the mods. It's called Relationships Matter. And it adds in 1,000 events into the game that affect the relationships between characters. Really cool for role-playing. I mean, the internal politics and intrigue was my favorite part about Thrones of Britannia. It was about the only thing that I really liked about the game, aside from the sound design. Yeah, this has to... This has to go. I think we're going to have to go after Yuan Shao instead and ignore the Han for now. I'm in ambush stance. When I played Sun Jian, I couldn't peace out with Kingdom of Wei. The diplomacy showed a 0.0 value, and I would get the signed treaty window, but I would still be in war. Had to destroy them. Oh, that's cringe. Best story with China I heard is back to the 7th century, when China's emperor probably sends some expedition to help falling Sassanid Empire with Muslims. I'm not really sure if it's true, but sounds cool. But way worse is the crashes. After like 8 minutes in a battle, the game would just close. Had this 3 times today. Jesus. There's even a mod, The Last Persian, for Attila in that time period. Well, that's interesting. I think we need to dismiss some of these court nobles, because it's sucking our income dry. Like Yuan Shao, although I can't dismiss him. I'm the one, I just made him happy. All right. We're just going to roll with it and see what happens.
I would ask this of you.
Oh, Cao Cao. No, sir. I nearly got this game, but battle animations just put me off. I don't know if I'm on the minority here, but I absolutely love to zoom in and as they battle and cheer my men with care and pride. No, you're not in the minority. I like to do the same thing. I've lost battles before because I just like to zoom in so much. Local officers harmonize. Many years ago, one of your generals was shamed in a brawl by a commoner. They have come across that same commoner, and manifest their revenge in a duel to the death that your general easily wins. An officer who was with them at the time comments, "Revenge feels good, does it not? It soothes the soul like a beautiful companion, but don't let it make you weak. We must extend that vengeance to all the enemies of China." Holy shit. It's like Palpatine's whispering in his ear. Relationship deepens greatly between Yuan Tan and Yan Liang. I'm going to butcher all these names, by the way, so just get that one. Let's just get that straight right off the rip.
Show no mercy. For peace. Naturally, I won out. It will prosper for the better under my rule.
Send any character on assignment.
To war. are consequences. My bloodline is my authority.
Tell us your thoughts.
No. I'm not going to pay you for a non-aggression pact.
Ever onwards, regardless.
Oh, I have the objective now to defeat Han Fu. All right, here we go. Confederate. Yeah, we're going to confederate them. And declare war on Gongsun Zan. Although your borders are secure, your reserves have been strained by the countless volunteer warriors who rose to oppose the tyrant. One advisor suggests exploiting the tensions between Han Fu and Gongsun Zan to your benefit. Suggest to Han Fu that Gongsun Zan is eyeing his territory and propose a confederation. Gongsun Zan will be vexed, but we will benefit. And that's exactly what we just did. All right. I have to merge these armies here.
What do you wish, my lord?
My lord, how can I serve?
My lord.
Jinping and
Well,
Zhang He hate each other.
I am at your disposal, my lord. Welcome, my lord.
how can I serve, my lord?
All right, man, you gotta go.
Sprout ever upwards to heaven.
An iron mine would be pretty poggies to get.
China is people, not its oppressive warlords.
Got a bit of an army there, though. Let's see what's going on up here.
Forward!
All right, we'll snag the iron mine, then regroup and come back up here and take this town here, Lunu. You should check out the mod Unlock Hiding Units. I find it adds a lot of cool units that really changes up a lot of factions. Yeah, I hope to see more Three Kingdoms and Troy content. Very nice. Thanks, man. Still can't beat Rome 2. In what way? Just like overall or animations or something? Instead of Empire 2, they pander to China. Alright, dude. You're being cringe with the friggin' political cringe shit. So just cool it. We get it, dude. You made your point. This kind of sucks. I can't move my main stack away from here because Huang Shao will come in and backdoor me. But I'm running deficits right now. I don't know what's going on with my income. I don't remember it being this bad last time I tried this campaign. I also just made a huge blunder in the beginning by trying to attack a level 5 city.
Ready yourselves! Towards victory!
Oh, rest in peace. Got caught in forced march stance. Prisoner executed Zhang He. F in the chat for my boy Zhang He. Oh, gave Yuan Shao XP. Subordinate clashes with you. Ruling inevitably leads to many who question your decisions, but your silver tongue whets the desires of even the harshest critiques. A follower seeing their own deceit in others' actions spreads rumors to other generals. Can we really trust what our ruler has to say when they speak with words instead of action? Relationship deteriorates greatly between Yuan Shao and Jinping. What an asshole. Where is Jinping? How about this? Released from service. Now you won't clash with me anymore. Just gonna release a bunch of people from service. I need the monies. There we go. We're in the green now. Wonder if I could bait out Huang Shao by sitting in ambush stance. The age-old Total War AI bait.
Chaos brings opportunity!
Let's try it.
Restore harmony!
Lift the peasants. Wounds are healed by wise words.
Nah. Wants regular payment for a non-aggression pact? I don't think so. I think we're just gonna have to recall everything. We're stretched a little bit too thin.
May wisdom flow.
Wait till we build up a nice fat stack and then we can try again to make a push. One of my children came of age. Yuan Z. Look at this absolute Giga Chad, dude. Alright. I'm just gonna release my boys here from service. I hate to say it. What's the point of having all these characters if I can't take any territory with them?
We would not be your enemy.
There we go. That's more like
A
it.
productive meeting. Thank you.
Now we have a non-aggression pact with the bandits. Okay, I just got $1,000 because of this event, because 2 people were bonding. Yuan Tan and Yuan Shao. Wait a minute. Oh, listen to this. There was one man who stood against your minister and their ascent to their current position. With the power the minister now wields, they're able to exact revenge on the previous impediment in the form of debilitating fines. Though it sends ripples through the local community, the minister balances this by sending you the accumulation of these fines. Another minister, finding joy in this methodology, says, "It is amusing to see revenge acted in such a manner. Please promise you'll never change. I look forward to enjoying even more delightful shows in the future." Holy cow, dude. My fucking son is a prick. But it made me a little bit richer, so I'll take it. Bongo Caesar says, big mistake. I made a big mistake by releasing those generals. I can imagine. Now, if you release someone from service, can they come back to your court? Or is it just they're gone? Like, forever? This is impossible. I cannot work with this idiot. Bring me a monkey. That would at least be entertaining. You are an oaf as well as rude, snaps the second. You only know I am a fool because you are a fool too. Their argument goes on. Do I side with my piece of shit son, or do I side with this guy? This guy's a legendary character. This one's gonna be a chat decides. They had good weapons as well. Oh, I should have stripped them of their weapons, shouldn't I have? Before I sent them on their way. I forgot about that. I feel like I should side with this guy. My son is just non-stop crap, like being a piece of shit. I think we're gonna go with Sun Yu. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. Alright, reform time. Here we go.
Well met, friend.
Nice trade agreement.
We accept.
The hell with the sun, side with the legendary general. Yeah, that's what I ended up doing. Not gonna lie though, I don't know how I feel about the whole not having any agents in this game. Like, the spying system is interesting, but I really would like to have some line of sight. You know what I'm saying? What do you guys think about that? About the espionage system? I feel like they wanted to get rid of agent spam, and they certainly did. But still, I'm kind of mixed on it. All right. He's not taking the bait. I'm moving up because I need to start expanding. Because every turn that I sit here not expanding is wasted time. Yeah, I'm going to recruit that infantry captain, I think.
For reunification.
Once I can afford it.
My empire rises.
Yeah, the infantry captain, or the captain system for Yuan Shao is really cool, but I don't know like when it's best to use that versus using generals. So, the learning experience. We'll see how it goes.
Rational thought elevates the spirit.
I honestly didn't understand the espionage system very much. I still have to play Three Kingdoms a bit more. Yeah, if that's fair enough. I don't really understand it very much either. Maybe that's why I'm so lukewarm on it. All the bandits are fighting each other.
Burning ambition. I must have counsel.
I think this is going to be the ticket, the G infantry captain. Actually, no, it's not. This is because it gives us archers.
Share my triumph.
I would ask this of you.
Cao Cao, man.
Very well.
It ain't gonna happen. Just not that into you. Hell no, why are you playing as the villain? Yeah, I figured that the clickbaity title would drag in some Cao Cao fans.
Might is right.
I don't know. I don't know enough about the story to tell you one way or another who's a villain and who isn't. But I do know that Cao Cao is pretty famous for that saying that I would rather betray the world than have the world betray me. Which sounds like something a villain would say. Just saying. But maybe you can correct me in the chat here. Bro, I would personally use the Chinese voices so much cooler. Let's try it. I thought about that. Kind of like how in Shogun 2. It's not all Japanese voices in Shogun 2. Like the diplomacy is English. But we'll try it. can toast myself. Toast the people. Yeah, we'll toast the people. For those of you wondering, those pop-ups that keep coming up are largely due to the Relationships Matter mod. I'll be doing a detailed video on that mod and many of the mods I'm using right now. Coming soon, TM.
For order! Strike true! Hey! Those who cross me know death. We must lay foundations if
Here we
are
go.
to rebuild.
Rank up. Second marquee. Spy. Trade agreement. Administrators. I don't know. What do you guys think? Administrators or assignments? I feel like administrators is just a safer pick because you just set them and forget them. Yeah, I want that. I want the negative 5% character salary.
An emperor must be of worthy lineage.
All right, we're pretty much surrounded by people who hate us on every side. 3 out of the 4 sides. But we should be fine because everybody hates Yuan Shao. So he's definitely tied up. And the Han Empire has, like, brain-dead AI. All right, let's appoint some an administrator and some government offices. This guy is not happy. 3 satisfaction. Wait, what is this? Faction grudge? Negative 50? I don't think so, my guy. Han Fu will give food if I have him administer. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, damn. I kind of screwed that up. Okay, which province has the most income? Industry and peasantry. And peasantry. We'll be all right. Yeah. All right, let's do some nepotism. It can have my son be the Grand Commandant. Which, let's see. Or do I want him to be the Grand Excellency? I want him to be the Grand Excellency because I want that juicy 15% income from industry. And my other son can be the Grand Commandant. And this guy, Zhu Yu, with his 3 satisfaction, might have to take a long walk. I don't know why he has such a grudge. I must have... I don't know. Did he spawn like that, or... I'll just secure his loyalty for now.
Noble blood!
See, that's what kind of sucks, is that after appointing all those government positions, I just have to crank the taxes for a bit. Let me catch up on chat here.
Tell us your thoughts.
Oh boy, I missed quite a bit here. Let me go ahead and just rearrange this window so I can see chat a bit better. Okay. Bongo Caesar says, Cao Cao killed so many innocents. The game made me watch a 90-episode show about the romance, and now the game is much cooler because I have the context. The only really good person as far as I know is Liu Bei. All other warlords are bad, even though there is not really black and white in the story. Yeah, I heard Liu Bei is kind of like the Jon Snow of the 3 kingdoms. What mods you got going? What's up, Blackscape? The mod list is in the description. Spoilers, I'm still finishing the volume 1 of 3 of the book, but basically apart from one time or another, everyone is kind of an anti-hero. Liu Bei is the good guy, but not all the time as well. Cao Cao sounds like a good guy most of the time to me, even after some things he did so far. There's no black and white, as you've said. See, that's what I'm saying. It seems very Game of Thrones-esque. See, you'd know why Zun Yu hates your guts if you knew the romance, and it would seem like a cool touch, not just a number. So you wanna let me know why he hates? Oh, I see. You let me know down there. Okay, hold on. Lua Lee says, I read the novel once before a while back, up to the point where Sima Yi usurped the throne from Cao Rui. If memory serves me correctly. I know we're talking about the story, but Cao Cao seemed alright in real life. Yep, he's a very cunning person, but also just craves for power and influence. No, make Yuan Shang the Grand Commandant. He's Yuan Shao's favorite son, after all. Oof. My bad. Basically, Yuan Shao did Zun Yu dirty at every opportunity he could, ignoring advice that would have caused victory. Morning, everyone. Hello, chat. How are we doing today? What's going on, Brought to Bear? Thanks for joining. I love how we kick people out of court. I try everything before releasing someone from service. Yeah, I know. Listen, man, they're just people right now. I gotta get my money up. Money is king right now. Yeah, you can have that for a non-aggression pack.
Productive meeting. Thank you.
I am destined destined to rule.
If Zun Yu hates my guts, and he's just always going to hate my guts, then he can just take a hike.
Nobility courses through my blood.
So my opportunities for expansion are a tier 5 city, a tier 5 city, a tier 4 city, or this tier 3 large town. Not much of a choice, is it?
Try fury.
Man, I got that shoestring budget.
We must gather our strength.
No, Sima Yi didn't usurp. His son did. You could sell some ancillaries. True. Very true. First things first. I need to get some non-aggression packs. I am not trying to get a random declaration of war thrown at me, because I'm barely hanging on as it is. Wait.
Welcome, friend.
Trade agreement. Request payments. Can I just say that I love this make it work button? It's a nice quality of life feature.
So be it.
So much of my income is now coming from trade. Holy cow. Is there an easy way to, like, sell ancillaries? I guess I could trade with Cao Cao, even though he's a
Welcome, friend.
Cao Cao. No, that's not worth it. I'm not that desperate. You could raid the city. Everyone hates the Han anyway. Help with the money. Yeah, that's a great idea. I think I'm going to beeline to Ping Yuan. Maybe I'll raid along the way.
I am to think clearly.
Of course, 3K reminds you of Game of Thrones. George R. R. Martin took inspirations from the Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Okay, I thought that, you know, I feel like I felt the parallels there, but I was under the impression that he took most of his impression from the War of the Roses in the UK. But like the whole,
Happy to have pleased you.
you know, an old empire crumbling, or an old dynasty crumbling, and thus leading to a massive countrywide civil war. That's exactly the plot of Game of Thrones, you know? Robert's Rebellion, and then the collapse of the Targaryen dynasty leading to the War of the Five Kings. And then in this game, you have the collapse of the Han dynasty leading to the the Warlords Civil War, and then the Three Kingdoms period. But that's just kind of like the broad strokes. You know, when you zoom in a little bit further, I don't see that many parallels between Game of Thrones and Three Kingdoms. Maybe you can enlighten me there. Don't sell gold stuff, just spam silver or bronze. Okay, will do, thanks. Make it work is amazing, but they still need a maximum taken button to help with demands. What do you mean by that exactly? Splicer says best diplomacy. Agreed. Incite scandal in foreign court. So I could pay 1,000 gold to piss off Lu Bu, and hopefully he leaves his court. That sounds like the worst trade deal in the history of trade deals. Character personality trait rerolled for my son. Dude! Let's do it. Let's encourage some wholesome character growth here. Actually, wait, let me see what else I can get. Defensive guerrilla action. A hostile force marches through your lands. Night raids, obstacles in their path, and no safe shelter will over time drain even the most motivated soldiers of their vigor. Wait. Okay, no thanks. Rebellion raised. Now this is more like it. This is really cool, by the way, this faction council system. Should I do it with Lu Bu? Dude, he hates me. It's never gonna work. Oh, wait, no, that's the diplomacy. All right, we'll do it. Bungo Caesar says do it. I'm doing it. We'll do it for the meme. For the RP potential.
Heaven smiles upon us. Ready for forced march.
Oh, no. Bro. Think I just fucking lost the campaign, my friends. Gongsun Zan is just in attack range, I believe. That was so foolish. This could be really bad. And he's got some decent infantry, too. Decent units. I'm running with trash.
No fear. I hoped you dead.
Nah, in order to get peace with him, I'd have to... Wait. I have to give up Lunu to him for peace. Not gonna lie. I think I'm gonna do it. Because, hear me out here. I press this big juicy end turn button. Gongsun Zan comes on down. Deletes my force march stance stack. That I wouldn't be able to win the battle even if I wasn't in force march stance. Because I don't have the strength. The army strength. And then I'm just wide open. And I still got this shithead floating around in my lands. This town is not worth the risk. I'm going to take the peace treaty.
Not you again.
Yeah, definitely.
Your turn
No
to
brainer.
appear.
I mean, Bart to Bear says, I mean, when selling things, rather than constantly guessing the amounts to demand from the enemy, just hit a button to see the maximum gold/food the AI will give you. Oh, yeah, I agree. That would be a good quality of life change. Don't Play 11 says the politics in the Middle Ages were often very Game of Thrones. It's very interesting, like the 100-Year War or the politics of Italy in the 16th century. Yeah, I agree. Lua Lee says Martin had more than one source of inspiration. The War of the Roses was definitely one of those, especially when you look at the rivalry between the Lancasters or the Lannisters and the Starks. Check out The Spy. Would this game be better if it had dedicated agents? I would say no. Yeah, I'm leaning towards that as well. Gongsun Zan was pretty beast in his own right. He has no food. Give him food, maybe.
You wish to speak?
That could have worked. I could have tried the food thing.
Let order guide our talks.
Jesus. Nope, someone just got wiped out.
Accept that Dong Zhuo is your true ruler.
Oh my god. Fuck off.
You risk my fury.
The big dong. How cool would it have been if we actually got a Mongol invasion, or nomad invasion, I guess, DLC for this? This is a walled city, so it should be fine.
At ease. Destroy the traitors. Another step on my path to rule. It would be prudent to occupy this place. Remain resolute.
A little bit more gold here. Quite a bit more gold. Let's sell some food.
Well met, friend. A proposal worthy of my standing.
Perfect. Zhongnu invasion. Cao Cao did appease them quite a bit when he established himself, but it could be interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing, like, them not adding Korea, even though it's, like, in the game. It just seems like a huge missed opportunity, even if it's not, like, super relevant to the time period.
Success, a mere formality.
You would not need fear us. A pleasing foundation to build upon.
Also, I have to tell you, this game has a really good soundtrack. Oh. Yuan Tan? He's back on his bullshit again. Imagine Korea, especially with the popularity of Squid Game, missed opportunity. True. I didn't even think about the Squid Game, dude.
All who oppose me will fall. Destiny awaits us. Charge towards it.
Let us discuss terms.
I would ask this of you.
So. No. Absolutely not.
Your choice.
They should have done the Nomads instead of the Nan Man. I don't know. That's a spicy one. I don't own the Nan Man. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce this shit. Just bear with me here. I don't know enough about either of them, to be honest, but generally speaking, I don't like nomadic factions in Total War games. I just don't like the playstyle. And then the Nan Man seem really cool. I mean, when they get cheap enough, I'll probably pick them up. Now Han Fu is dissatisfied. That's fine.
In my name.
Medjai.
It was never in
What's going on, Medjai? How's it going? It'll no doubt be brought in with the new Three Kingdoms Age game. Can see another trilogy with Central China, Korea, Mongolia as the 3 map areas. Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do, man, with the new Three Kingdoms game. Makes me sad that they're not doing like, how they handled Warhammer 2, where everything from Warhammer 1 carries over. They just did it really dirty. It really rubbed me the wrong way. The way they just pulled the plug on Three Kingdoms. Wasn't even 2 years after it launched either, or maybe it was exactly 2 years to the month almost. Either way, it's pretty sad. Gyros am I the only one who thinks the UI in the newer Total War games are generally a bit too intrusive? Sort of. I'll tell you this. I think Warhammer and Troy, but especially Warhammer, has a pretty good UI. I don't really like Three Kingdoms UI, however. I think it's just, for some reason, it's tough for me to read. Troy's, I think, is pretty good too, to be honest. It's pretty clear. A little bit clunkier than Warhammer's, but still not bad. Rome 2's is pretty trash. Yeah, Rome 2 is my favorite historical Total War game. But I gotta tell you, judging it objectively, if that game came out today with that UI, I'd be like, yo, what the fuck are we looking at, fam? Attila has an okay UI, though. I don't think Attila's UI is too intrusive. Good, just came in to pop, say hello. Hey, thanks for popping in, Medj. I appreciate that, man. I feel like I don't like the skill trees in this one as much. Then again, the only game that actually has like decent skill trees, in my opinion, is Warhammer. Rome 2s are okay. I think Rome 2s are better than Attila's. Attila's are super linear. I just like that this game has a lot more role-playing elements to it, you know? Like, with the traits and the relationships thing. Total War, I don't know, it's been kind of, like, tough to get that sort of relationship feel from your characters ever since we moved to Warscape with Empire Total War. You know, they tried. Rome 2 has some of that, but... And Attila has some of it, maybe a little bit better even than Rome 2's. But I don't know, it's just tough to get attached to the characters. Like, and it's not just a nostalgia thing, because I went back and played Rome Remastered, right, when that game launched. And I ripped the friggin' game to shreds about the clunkiness and about it ripping the rose-tinted goggles off of my face. But one thing that really held up was the characters. It was just really easy to get attached to those characters. The way that they developed traits was just more fun. I love the aesthetic so much. The brushstrokes reminds me of Guild Wars 2, and it's surely the best aesthetics for 3K. Yeah, Three Kingdoms has a really, really pretty aesthetic, just like Shogun 2 does. I also like the way troops are attached to the generals. Looks more organized, at least for me, as someone new to the Total War series. It's funny you say that, because I'm still trying to learn how to manage the retinue system. I don't think it's bad. It's just completely different from what we've had. And so many things in Three Kingdoms are completely different from what we've had. That's another reason why I think it was tough for me to get into this game in the beginning.
Rotten foundations cannot hold.
Here we go. Salt mines. Or salt ponds, rather. Need some of that juicy cash. Alright, so far so good. We kind of have Gongsun Zan diplomatically isolated. Maybe I could even...
A joy to see you.
Yeah, I could jump back in the war on Liu Yu's side. I could even form a coalition, too. Naive, willing to do business with even the most treacherous leaders. Never sees anyone as a strategic threat. Will not turn or ally against factions just because of their strength, aggression, or proximity. This guy seems like a total bro. Liu Yu. Request payment.
So it is agreed.
There's no audio sound for the game. Is it muted? Oh, don't tell me it's muted, man. Three Kingdoms has a lot of excellent mechanics in the campaign department that need to be implemented in the newer Total Wars, especially the new historical Total War title. I could not agree more. The characters are good if you know the context. The retinue system is more realistic. Yeah, I think the retinue system would work wonders for a medieval game. I think it fits perfectly. I think so much of this game's campaign systems directly translate to a medieval 3. I mean, I just see it. I think this game in particular is, more than any other reason, the reason why I'm not a doomer about historical Total War. This game just like, people just ignore it. I don't know. It just doesn't even get brought up when people are talking about the death of historical Total War. It's like this game just doesn't exist. I think it's because like you can hand wave it away as saying, oh, it's not a true historical, right? Because it's romance focused. And records mode didn't get the attention that it deserved, even though it's still perfectly playable. Which, fair enough. If you want to, you can hand wave it away, I guess. But I could hand wave Rome 1 away for all the ridiculous crap in that game. I think you're doing I think it just, you hand wave it away because it fits your narrative that the series has declined, you know. Whereas I just don't agree with it. Like, in some ways we've regressed. We just talked about the character things just feeling not as good in the newer games. But this game's campaign is like, it's such a big step up from Rome 2 that, yeah, I'm not a doomer about the future of historical. The thing that makes me a doomer with Creative Assembly is their business practices. They're pulling support for games. That drives me up a friggin' tree. But by and large, I still enjoy the games themselves. All right, I'll turn up the sound. Thanks for letting me know, guys.
I was born for this task.
Like, Khan of Step is a Total War creator who's been playing Shogun 1. And I watched his interview with Brought to Bear. And he was saying that he was struck. He was telling Brought to Bear that the title of the stream was like, has Total War declined or whatever? And basically Khan was like, no. If anything, it's insane how much it stayed the same. You know, he's been playing Shogun 1 and he's like, the fundamentals of the battles are just the same as they've been. It's pretty insane to me. Yeah, I think the move here is going to be to make allies with Liu Yu, be buddy-buddy with him, and then stab him in the back later. Definitely. He's friendly with the people I'm friendly with.
Your terms are acceptable.
Duels aren't exactly like the novel duels occurred on horseback. That's interesting.
For China.
Who owns this territory right here? Records should have had duels. Yeah, Records, like the people who say Records is like a joke or whatever, I feel that. Because like, the fact that there aren't even General's abilities, like I have to use a mod for it, which I'm using right now, is pretty sad. I mean, how hard would it be to just add in some rallying and stuff, you know? So, I'm glad Records exists, don't get me wrong. And I think Records mode works better here than the historical mode works in Troy. But still, it's no doubt that the game's focus was the romance mode. But I still think it's just, like, disingenuous to just hand wave this game away. Like, the things it does right. I mean, diplomacy is completely different in this game. Completely overhauled. Again, as are the characters in the retinue system.
Strike true! With heaven!
Brought to Bear says, I feel the series has regressed, just in the areas I care about. They are still the best strategy games I've ever played, but shifting focus to DLC release rather than the game just annoys me. Fair enough. in what ways has it regressed for you? Like the areas that you care about? Let's see. Build an inn there.
For peace!
Offered in good faith.
Oh, look at this. My boy wants to join the coalition. Is there a way to see his reliability? I don't know if I should let him in the coalition. I think I'd rather just eat him. Oh, I can't let him in anyway. My bro already declined.
Curious, but acceptable.
I think I'd say Total Majaya Fayem says I'd say Total War isn't declining. It's in a much better place compared to Rome 2's release, and that was a worse time. Total War has stagnated in terms of ideas. Hopefully this will change. Yeah, that I do agree with, but I think Warhammer was a huge leap. I mean, I gotta be honest with you guys. Like, this might not be a popular opinion. I have a majority historical audience, but Warhammer fits the Total War formula like a glove. And listen, I was a boomer about it, all right? I had to have... My friend had to buy me the game because I was like, I'm not playing it when it first came out. And I'm glad he did because he was right. I loved the game. I loved it. I mean, it's just clear how much, like, love and care was put into that game. I knew nothing about Warhammer Fantasy, but the game was just dripping with character. And yes, I don't like how simplified and like basic the campaign is in that game, and that's the biggest thing holding it back for me. It's also the biggest thing holding back Troy, and no surprise there, Troy is based on Warhammer's engine. But by and large, you know, having magic and monsters and crap like that was a huge new thing for Total War. But yeah, no, I agree that it seems like it's stagnating. I would love to see a Total War competitor. I mean, a real one. The way that humankind is a direct competitor to civilization. I think Total War would greatly benefit from having one of those. Having only one option in any market is not a good idea. Not a good thing for the consumer, generally speaking. Unit on... Brought to Bear says unit on unit combat. I don't really zoom in, so entity on entity combat is pointless. Duels are fun, but having them a focus seems wrong given the grand scale. Actually make them part of politics. All right, yeah, fair enough. The move towards Siberian Productions, the move towards ability tactics, when to click what button and away from formation tactics is the biggest regression to me. Ah, okay. Yeah, fair enough. I could see that. I could see that. That's a fair critique. In Fall of the Samurai, you could tell they were having so much fun making that game and were really passionate about it. Fall of the Samurai, for me, is truly the last Total War to have a truly creative outlook. Okay, interesting perspective. Siberian Productions, I totally agree. In small skirmishes, the abilities are great, but on a grand scale, the micro is too much. Yeah, I agree. That's part of why Records mode is kind of nice in this game, is that there aren't, you know, it's a double-edged sword. Yeah, there aren't general abilities, but then there also, you know, aren't general abilities you have to worry about. Yeah, last time I've played, I was dueling and AI just decided to make arrows raining in the battleground. I'm still confused how the duel system works. Is it bad to attack during the duel? Oh yeah. I think it's bad attacking during the duel. It tells you what the penalties are in the battle if you hold your mouse over it. Historicals need long-term ideas, I guess. Any thoughts on AoE 4, guys? Might not be related to the topic, so just throwing it out there. Yeah, I said earlier that I would give you my thoughts on it. Give me 1 second, though. Give me another 1 second. Total Warhead, what's up, man? Thanks for jumping in the stream. That's a nice role reversal, isn't it? Troy plays like Warhammer even before Mythos. The fun is in the absurdity of power, or in power of your armies as the game progresses. Yeah, fair enough. I don't know what it is about Troy that I like so much. Just combination of like the setting, the visuals, and Mythos just makes the game for me. That was my biggest complaint. Like if you're going to have like a Warhammer feeling game, you need to have the strengths that Warhammer has, like the big crazy shit. And to me, I know you like Truth Behind the Myth the most, Warhead. But for me, it felt like a whiff. Truth behind the whiff. So what do I think of AoE 4? I think it's really safe. AoE 4 from the preview build I played felt like very much like AoE 2. More so even than AoE 3 felt like AoE 2. And I realized that I've outgrown that style of gameplay. But I'm really happy for the Age of Empires fans who don't want the game to change, who want it to just be what the core gameplay always has been. I'm happy for them because that's what AoE 4 is. If you were worried about it becoming some new weird thing, you don't have to worry about that because it's not. It's just more Age of Empires again. Total War, Company of Heroes, you know, these games with squad-based combat have completely ruined single unit control RTSs like Age of Empires and StarCraft. I call that like legacy RTS.
Show no mercy. Destroy the traitors. Naturally, I won out.
I think Mythos is awesome, but the overusage of the same voice actor for the new content breaks the immersion of Troy and really makes me feel I'm in Warhammer. Example, Minotaur sounds like the Beastman. Yeah, there's also a lot of like reused animations going on too, which is not great. I'm okay. Like I'm fine with reusing animations, you know, if it makes sense. There's no reason to reinvent the wheel if you have perfectly good stuff. But when it starts to like the voice actors for the infantry, I just feel like I'm hearing Empire State Troops over and over again. So, but then again, my tolerance for that stuff is probably higher. Maybe it's higher than yours because I played Rome 2 and Attila for the past, 8 years. And I've been listening to Gods of the Afterlife Spare My Arse for 2,000 hours. So my tolerance for repetitive voice acting is probably higher than the average bear.
For China, a confirmation of my superiority. Heaven smiles upon us for order.
AoE 4 needs more content, more campaigns. I tried AoE 4 today. I'm glad they didn't change the core mechanics, but I'm not a fan of the switch to historical documentary rather than a well-made narrative campaign. Fair enough. There's no way I'm going to be able to take this down with just a full stack. I think I'm going to have to cool it on the expansion in the south for now, and then turn around and betray Gongsun Zan. I think that's the move.
I refuse.
We would be no threat to you.
Liu Bei. Sure.
I am pleased.
My
with
favorite
your
Total
attitude.
War is Three Kingdoms. Most definitely. Beautiful game. Fair enough. Jackson says, I wonder how the new engine will be. Sounded like to me they wanted to, quote, continue Three Kingdoms in the new engine. So at least test it before greater titles. Wait. Is it confirmed we have a new engine coming with Three Kingdoms too? Because that's kind of big news, if that's the case. Like, really big news.
Not today. Try fury. Another step on my path to rule.
One-eyed. All right. I'll employ this guy.
With me! I can't think of a use for them. As I walk this land of homes and families, I see China's future. I must take pause and confer.
The Siberian Productions, I think they should end the Warscape engine with an Empire 2 as the engine was built for gunpowder. A not broken Empire is my dream game. Dude, preaching to the choir. If you watched my Why Attila Failed video, I lamented that the fact that Napoleon was a separate game from Empire. It's the same thing they did with Attila, where they separated the quote-unquote expansion pack from the base game with no integration. Napoleon's battles feel so much better than Empire's. In fact, just the moment-to-moment gameplay of Napoleon feels so much better than Empire's. But Empire has, like, negative scope. It's, like, tiny, you know? It has no replayability, for me. Empire has a huge scale, really ambitious game. Like, the fact that you can have revolutions and stuff. There's a lot of really cool ideas with Empire. But the game is just such a buggy mess. It really ruins the experience. It's just the definition of clunky. Yeah, Empire 2 would be pretty awesome.
Great skill.
Happy, what would you say to me making an ASMR/ambience video for this game?
For now.
I think it would be perfect. If you I was actually thinking about that the other day. If you zoom in, I'll show you in a second. Dude, how is Dong Zhuo still alive? Does he not have the death event in records mode? But yeah, what I was going to say, Medjai, is if you zoom in on cities, like towns, you could hear, like, some pretty good ambiance in the background. What the hell is happening here? Well, How did I not... What? Where did this guy come from? All right, we're going to have to fight this out. Do as much damage as we can. Shogun 2 had the best gunpowder. Agreed. Yeah, Shogun 2 is when they actually, like... It felt like they actually got Warscape locked down, and it felt actually polished. It's just hard for me to describe that, like, how much better Shogun 2 felt over Empire, or Napoleon, and especially Empire. Oh, shit. I'm gonna try to rush the hill, I guess. Get the high ground. Oh shoot, gotta go guys. Enjoy the stream and enjoy the autumn. Alright, see you later, Louis Lee. Thanks for stopping by. Visceral Vision says, yeah, Fall of the Samurai was fantastic as well, as far as the gunpowder aspect goes.
The enemy lies in wait for us.
Fire! Orders! To attention! Bowmen! Prepare! Double time! Volley! At the ready! Fire upon them! Kill them!
Ooh.
Make ready! Attend! Steel yourselves! Make ready! To attention, archers! On me!
Treachery! Hidden enemies!
At the ready! Move!
There it
Stand
is.
ready! Charge! Attend! Open fire! Missiles! Fire! The time has come! To attention! Ready! March at the double!
Yo, the yellow turbans are so badass, dude. I wish their campaign was more fun.
Ready, bows! Take heed, warriors!
Can you at least focus down his general here?
Prepare! Make ready! Strike your target! Ready! Do not relent! Take heed, warriors!
Damn.
The time has come!
One of the last patches for the game, they like heavily nerfed ranged units. And I gotta tell you, I'm really glad they did. Because ranged units being way too strong sucks. And they're way too strong in Warhammer, excuse me.
Double time!
Here we go, we got him wavering.
To attention, chief soldiers! Faster!
If we could kill him, that would be great.
To attention!
I think Khan of Steppe has the best idea of historical Total
Our
War.
warriors run!
The medieval map. Hold on one
Steel
second.
yourselves.
I don't have enough brain cells to micro and talk. Although this is quickly turning into a rout anyway. It's a shame. Wish I could have killed his general, but retinue bodyguard OP. What's up, Terminator? Thanks for stopping by, man. All right, yeah, that's GG. Anyways, I think Khan of Steppe had the best idea of historical Total War. The medieval map, but the trilogy changing between the ages as it goes. Also, it's funny how the trilogies are now like genuine idea. Yeah, I watched one of Melkor's videos about this a while back when he was like, Medieval 3 could be a trilogy, you know, and each one adds onto the map like Mortal Empires for Warhammer. I actually think that's a fucking great idea. I don't know, maybe that's heretical? You guys tell me. But yeah, I think that would work perfectly for a Medieval 3. I mean, let's be honest, like, I said this in somebody else's stream. I think it was Italian Spartacus? I don't know. I said Medieval 3 would basically sell to, like, Westerners the way that Three Kingdoms sold to Easterners. Okay, you know what I'm saying? And if CA wants to be cynical as hell, they could just milk the hell out of Medieval 3 with DLC, like Paradox does. And Europeans will just, or Westerners, excuse me, will just eat that shit up. As long as it's, like, clearly worth the money, you know what I mean? I don't know, their DLC strategy for this game just seemed like it was just all over the place. Just nonsensical. Hey, Happy, looked like a tough battle, eh? Yeah, it was. It was a decisive defeat predicted. I just wanted to do as much damage as I could. And I didn't really do that much damage, to be honest. I got one of his general's retinues down to half, but that's about it. You can't... Archers are just way weaker, at least the low-tier ones in this game, than they were on release. It's insane. I mean, it's refreshing, as somebody who prefers, like, melee in Total War. But I'll just have to adjust strategy next time. Keep that in mind when I'm building my armies. Legends in the chat entering. Yeah, literally. Brought to bear and the Terminator. And Medjai, dude. We got the trio, the Three Musketeers. Have you thought about making any, Dude, how have I not lost this battle already due to army losses? Medjai, have you thought about doing any Age of Empires 4 videos? Since you seem to like it a lot. How did we do? Not great. Really not great. That's gonna be a hit to our income. Charitable versus greedy. Whilst on a stroll, you come across two men having a discussion-turned argument. They entreat you. Both halves of a divided orange will taste just as good, posits the first. But this one just takes the whole orange. It's intolerable. I take what is rightfully mine, argues the second. Their spat is somewhat amusing. Charitable. It could be charitable or greedy. guess I'll side with my greedy scumbag son. Hey, now they're friends.
My future awaits.
That was a setback. The Terminator says, I love a bit of Total War discussion. Best Total War game is Tough Man. Definitely want that.
Our work is
I don't
done.
think it's a fair question, to be honest. I love the hell out of Shogun 2, Empire, Warhammer 2, Rome 2. They're all so good.
The enemy have encircled your
This-
settlement. They are
This ain't great. Features. You know, it's not enough for me as it is, but I love the Troy Mythical Expedition mechanic. Yeah. Yeah, that's how I feel about Troy in general, Terminator as well, is that it's not enough. I wish there was more to it. I love the core gameplay, but it just doesn't have the replayability, and thus, that's why I call it overpriced. Hey, what's up, Mercy the Mad? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, not Rome 2 or Attila, I know. Decided to switch it up a little bit. Damn, now we got some serious heavy hitters in here. It's like everybody participating in this conversation right now is a content creator. Guys, for those of you who don't know, Mercy the Mad is a Warhammer 2 focused content creator. I definitely recommend checking his stuff out if you like Warhammer. He is extremely passionate about the game, and it's infectious. Like he's just like it's one of those people that's just fun to watch because you could tell he's just having the time of his life playing the game. Oh, I'm glad I sided with my son over Gu Rulian or Ruilan. Jesus, that was rough. Because she just died in that battle.
Standard stance. Heaven smiles upon us.
Shogun 2 for roleplay / balance. Warhammer 2 for Games Workshop goodness. Rome 2 for that camera. You've lost me with Empire. You've lost me with Empire, my man said. Napoleon was a much better game in my opinion, but I think it's the look. Empire seems too gamey. What you said about Troy, I agree. Do you feel like Three Kingdoms is a lot better than Troy? I feel like Three Kingdoms is just a better game than Troy. And that's coming from someone who loves Troy. There's just way more meat to this game than there is to Troy. This feels much more like a $60 experience than Troy feels like a $50 experience. Does that make sense? I have to raise up a second army here.
Resist corruption and endure. Bring news of what
To
occurred
retake
in my
Wei.
absence.
Yay, Vanguard Spearmen. These guys look like Chads. 97 melee toughness. And they have mixed spear formation. Very cool. Ye Vanguard crossbows. I don't know, I just kind of got burned by ranged. Cataphracts. Holy cow. I think I just want to spam a shit stack, though, to try to take that back.
noble blood.
All right.
You would not need fear us.
Have a great stream, guys. Oh, thanks, Mercy. Appreciate you stopping by, man. Take it easy. Merlin says, Empire and Napoleon are essentially the same game. Only Napoleon is the refinement of the lessons CA learned from making Empire the first game and the engine they've used since. Yeah, I agree. And that's why they shouldn't have been two separate games. Napoleon should have been an expansion for Empire. Standalone, you know, just like Fall of the Samurai would be fine, but it needs to connect and therefore fix Empire. Are you currently working on any mods at Happy Compy TW? No, I'm not developing any mods currently, but I am making mod videos for sure. There will be one coming out soon, TM. It's in the editing stage. Napoleon truly is the Attila of Empire, but optimized. Yeah, exactly. Optimization is key. Non-aggression with Gongsun Zan? No. Sorry, my guy. That ain't happening. Of course, Empire had a high chance of being bad since it was the first in the new engine, but I just wished CA had bothered to fix Empire. Yeah, I completely agree. Like, if they had given Empire the same post-launch support that they gave Rome 2, I might still be playing Empire to this day. Like I'm playing Rome 2, you know?
My bloodline is my authority.
For China!
I discovered this awesome Wrath of Sparta mod thanks to Terminator. As soon as I finished the one I started a while ago, Dimitrios Polyarchites, I'm going to test that one. Are you talking about Hellenica?
All as one.
Because I saw the Terminator showcase that the other day or the other week. I don't know. The weeks and the days blend together.
We will strike when they are vulnerable.
Great injustice must be met.
Oh, I guess I should have
with
taken the
bold
non-aggression, huh? Because he just declared war. Call allies for aid. Wait, what the hell's going on? I'm defending? Oh, he came out and decided to attack me in the open field. I think we gotta fight this one out. Even though the safe option is to delegate, but I want to play it. I will be right back.
Our roots are strong. We will achieve much.
Now, China watchers,
Fight in her name!
All right.
Stand ready! At the ready!
This is the cool thing about records mode, is we get good old general's bodyguards.
Make ready! Ready! Move out quickly! Look! Our reinforcements are on the field!
I think Empire would need to be remade from the ground up. Implementing the features and art of Napoleon would really help it, but the game really needs a full redo, especially for siege pathfinding. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think Empire 2 makes more sense than a remaster. Although I wouldn't be against a remaster, as long as it didn't take away from the chances of getting an Empire 2. You know, kind of like how Age of Empires Definitive Edition didn't take away from Age of Empires 4. If anything, it helped to hype it up. This game has a badass soundtrack. Especially on the campaign.
Take heed, warriors! At the ready! Go, go!
Let's take a look at our units, shall we? These guys remind me of the Pevis crossbowmen from Medieval 2. You guys remember those?
Treachery! Hidden enemies!
Oh, here we go. It's another thing this game did much better too is the line of sight. Feels like units have to get a lot closer to be spotted in this game, which is a good thing.
The time has come! Steel yourselves! Charge! Stand ready! Attack! Forming group! At the ready! Steel yourselves! Make ready! Double time! Go! Go! Go!
inevitable. Your destiny is to die in the dirt. Form up. Prepare. Unleash fury. Move, move. Move out quickly. The time has come. Take heed, warriors. Do not relent.
Center's starting to fold a little bit.
Cavalry, mount up. Horsemen. Crossbows, stand ready. Now. Rain down, Dan. Cavalry. To attention. Mounted soldiers. Ready. The enemy warriors are running. Ha!
And his archer line is pretty much mopped.
Attend! Run! Run! Cavalry! To attention! Ready to ride! To attention! Steel yourselves!
Put the archers on the flanks to shoot inside the box.
Ready, boats! Prepare! Run! You need to learn your place. If you fight as well as you talk, you'll soon be dead. Crossbows, attend! Fire! Cavalrymen! Hurry, move! Into formation! The
Here we go. Time for the epic charge. You folks ready for this?
Your rebellion is over, scum!
Oh my god! That's straight out of Pelennor Fields! Now that was epic.
Take heed, warrior! Stand ready! Take your position! Run! Take heed, warriors! Attend, swordsmen! Horses, stand ready! Move out quickly! Cavalry, attend! Stand ready! Run, run! Strike! Hold! Attend! Look, the enemy runs! Craven! Make ready! Faster! Go, go, go! Swords at the ready! Move, move! On at the double!
I gotta head out, guys. See you later. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Hey, thanks a lot for showing up, Terminator. I really appreciate that, man.
Ready! Attend! Prepare! The enemy unit flees! What cowards! Cavalry, stand ready! Crossbows, stand by!
Yeah, Merlin, I did not know that about China. I knew that more parts of Africa were in the files, though. If my memory serves me correctly. I actually modded Empire years and years ago, prior to Shogun 2 coming out. I made a Napoleon retrofit mod that attempted to bring some of the Napoleon systems into Empire, but mixed results, to be honest with you. How have we not won this yet? Who hasn't routed? Oh, these guys. These guys must be fight to the death boys.
Ready! Steel yourselves! Stand ready! Formation! Double time! To attention!
Now that was an epic battle. Time for me to go to, it's 12:21 a.m. I'm assuming. 0000 hours. And not Friday yet. Buenas noches, everyone. Hey, man. Buenas noches. Thanks for stopping in, Zuby.
faith was rewarded.
You know, it's a shame you can't hire Yellow Turban.
They fought only for their beliefs. They have suffered enough.
I would ask this of you. Curious, but acceptable.
Alright, now that that full stack is dealt with, we have to worry about Gongsun Zan coming from up north.
Nobility courses through my blood.
Yeah, that total Fall of the Samurai mod seems insane, man.
Remain pure. An impossible task.
An emperor must be of worthy lineage. A confirmation of my superiority!
Oh man, I really want to execute this guy. For being an asshole, yeah, I'm executing him.
They must be made an example of, or we prosper for the better under my rule.
Buildings here are still damaged from the recent siege, and will need to be repaired before they are useful again.
Purge chaos. All who oppose me will fall.
You grant me a kindness in calling, my lord. Serve integrity. Toward glory. Cultivate patience.
All right. Total Fall of the Samurai is epic fun. I love dominating my online friends with Guatemala in multiplayer battles. Guatemala. That's pretty epic.
Bend, do not break.
My bloodline is my authority.
All right. Next turn. There he is. That is going to be a problem.
This is good for all. A productive meeting. Thank you.
The diplomacy is so much more fun in this game than in other Total Wars. It's just more dynamic. Faction destroyed Yuan Shao. Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Now that the Yellow Turbans are defeated here, I can hopefully focus everything on Gongsun Zan, since the Han are pretty much taken care of, except for this one place here. What do you think of building permanent forts like an Empire in Rome 2 to defend certain areas in-game to hold an area? I don't know. I didn't really love that system in Rome 1. As a kid, I did, but like as I got older, I don't really like it anymore because... Actually, I don't really have a good reason to not like it now that I think about it, I guess. I don't know. I guess it'd be fine. I guess my fear is that the AI wouldn't understand how to work with it. But that's not a really good excuse for not having it. But I think my disdain was more for the watchtowers than it was for the forts. Because the watchtowers were kind of just spammy. You could just build them and there was no real downside. The forts I don't remember being problematic though. So yeah, I don't have a problem with it, I guess. Although I don't really see an issue with the current system where being in fortify stance gives you a temporary fort. Do you just prefer the old system to that? Is that what the issue is? Jesus, this guy's got 3 legendary characters with some powerful infantry. And powerful shock cav.
Marching.
Embarking. China is people, not its oppressive warlords. Destroy corruption. Persevere. Greetings. Well met.
Yeah, I will propose that deal any day.
Remember our loyalty in this task.
Gongsun Zan is now surrounded by enemies. Right, got a jet as there are games to be played. Peace out, everyone. Been an awesome chat. Take it easy, Brought to Bear. Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate that. Have a good night. Or good day for you.
Sprout ever upwards to heaven.
Yes, in that sense, sometimes you can hold an area with a small force and use that resources elsewhere. Yeah, it definitely gives you more strategic options.
The mightiest trees
Having the permanent fort system. I just think there needs to be some kind of downside, like upkeep or something, kind of like Europa Universalis does it. Problem with the way it currently works is that you can't really block a strategically important choke point and stopping the AI from just entering your land and raiding. Yeah, kind of like what's happening to me right now with Gongsun Zan.
For the people.
It takes away player agency and how to play. Yeah, I agree. Like I said, it definitely gives you more strategic options to be able to build permanent forts.
I am pleased for your gratitude.
I guess I'm still thinking about it. I feel like my issue just remains. I just don't see how the AI is able to handle it. I think in a perfect world, though, it would make more sense to have that. I just wish the AI was better, man. It's such a, like, problem endemic in the 4X slash grand strategy genre. Just trash AI. That doesn't let them off the hook, by the way. I'm just saying, it's like disappointing. Civilization has trash AI too. I think Civilization's AI might even be worse. Although that's debatable. I mean, in both games, they're getting tons of cheats. It's so bad that in some Total War games, the AI isn't even playing the same game as you on higher difficulties. I guess it's the same in Civ. Like, they don't even have to worry about happiness and stuff.
Resist corruption and endure hardships.
I've yet to play a strategy game that has AI as good as Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. That AI kicks ass.
Towards peace.
All must unite. People are migrating here, but there is still more work to do.
I think I'm gonna recall
As one.
this cavalry captain. Or I could just buff it, I guess. Buff it to all hell. And then just raise another army alongside. Wait, what? Oh, I'm already doing that assignment. I see.
Great skill.
See if we can do a war coordination.
Glad to see you.
Welcome, friend.
Hopefully if Gongsun Zan's getting backdoored, he'll pull out of my lands.
Victory is assured.
That's bad. That's very bad. What's the garrison looking like here? Basically nothing. Alright. Cancel that to save money. Turn taxes down. So rebellion isn't imminent. Look at that. Saved by the bell. Negative 99 public order.
Be the sword. Summon the merchants. I would browse their goods.
Offered in good faith. A productive meeting. Thank you.
Unfortunately, with CA's current army management system where you need a lord, permanent forts just aren't possible. Yep. Yeah, I know, like, there were some benefits to having the, every army needs a lord system. Kind of reduced micro a bit and, like, centralized armies. But there was definite downsides, too. It reduced player agency quite a bit when it came to, like, sending reinforcements to the front line and things like that. But it also prevented the AI from sending one stacks everywhere to raid your towns like they do in Empire, Napoleon, and Shogun 2. So it wasn't all bad. Damn, I just cannot support having more than one full stack.
My lord, I hope all is well.
Means I just wasted a ton of money.
My lord, I answer your request.
Nobility courses through my blood. Might is right! I must have counsel. History will remember me as China's savior.
I need replenishment rate. That's what I need right there. Regional levy. His army's in ambush stance right here. And I'm not strong enough to take him in the open field. Which means I'm going to lose this commandery. And this is a shit situation to be in. I'm going to promote this guy to commander. Yuan Shao, because he has more replenishment rate, I believe.
History will remember me as China's savior.
Welcome, my lord.
I loved the idea of a Three Kingdoms Total War game. I just couldn't do more than 99 hours of it at release. All of those hours were done in multiplayer campaign too. It was just too boring to me. Hey, fair enough, man. I couldn't get into it at first either. I don't know what it was about it. I think it was a combination of me not knowing the source material and the UI being a little overwhelming. I basically had to force myself to like this game, which sounds horrible, but I would just chalk that up to the game having a really steep learning curve. It's just weird. It's just different from other Total War games to me. And yeah, the setting, again, didn't grab me. I guess we're opposites in that sense. Like, I didn't care about the Romance of the Three Kingdoms going into this. Because you said you thought the idea of a Three Kingdoms game was cool. I have such a limited knowledge of Chinese history. So I didn't have any expectations going in.
China is people, not its oppressive hordes. Strike true!
And all of the Warhammer elements they added turned me off, as I wanted a true historical base game, not a fantasy mashup. You're talking about like the romance super characters and stuff? Damn, my ally just got his ass kicked.
Together we can seize glory. Another time then. Ever upwards. Our victory is proof of heaven's approval. Only by growth will the word be spread. Honor your ideals.
Yeah, this is bugged. I don't like how this is bugged, where when I hold the mouse over the replenishment here, it says 1 turn until replenishment, but it's definitely not 1 turn until replenishment. Like 2 turns, 2 turns, 2 turns. I wonder if it just means like the character himself.
Welcome, my lord. Your presence is heartening.
Does the tax collector's office actually increase the tax rate, or it just gives you this seems like the worst building in the game.
Let us talk trade.
No way am I giving that thing up. Oh, that reminds me. I gotta deck out my characters with some ancillaries. Merlin says, yes, romance mode stuff. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, that's part of why I'm playing records mode right now, is the game's already a lot to digest as it is. Without all the romance stuff thrown in on top. So records, I don't know, records is a pretty, this feels like a historical Total War to me when I'm playing on records mode, but I mean, feel free to disagree. But yeah, I mean, there's even fewer abilities in this game than in something like Rome 2. This guy, this freaking Cao Cao guy. You a Cao Cao fan, man?
On the march. Bring news of what occurred in my absence. The mightiest tree survives on its roots.
All right. Let's see if he has the cojones to attack.
Remain supple.
He does. All right, this is it. This is what I've been waiting for.
If we are bold and strong, victory will be ours.
Together, victory is inevitable. Nothing can stop us.
Now be
I like Three
driven
Kingdoms
like
and
the
so much more
hurricane.
material to cover,
To
but CA got lazy and
victory!
just quit. Yep. Now they're gonna make a Three Kingdoms 2. Oh, the cities in this are just so much better than Warhammer's. Holy cow. Alright. How do we want to defend this? Where are my towers? I'll try to hold the chokes. I think maximize tower DPS.
Steel yourselves! Ready! At the ready! Attend! Take heed!
I need shielded infantry to soak.
Make ready! At the
To
ready!
soak arrow fire.
Prepare! Swords at the ready! The time has come! Crossbows!
You got mods on this or all vanilla? I haven't booted one up in a while. Quite a few mods. You can check the description. I have like 10 enabled.
Stand ready! The time has come! Ready!
Hopefully it doesn't try to come around the left. If we'll have to be flexible here with this.
Steel yourselves!
Barricades remaining. All right, here we go.
attention! To attention, archers! Run! Double time! Go! Go! Cavalrymen! Steel yourselves! Quick march! Swords! Move out quickly! Bowmen! March quickly! Stand ready! Prepare! I may be convinced to show mercy!
Your words are as pathetic as you are!
At the ready! Ready! Form up! Attend! The time has come! Run! Run! Go! 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 Archers ready! Make ready! Faster! Cavalry! With speed! Make haste! Our men flee the battlefield! Bows! Crossbows, stand ready! Take heed, warriors! Move out quickly!
Oh, they folded faster than anticipated.
Ready! To attention! Hurry! Move! Steel yourselves! Take heed, warriors! Stand ready!
Your best is not good enough!
No, no, that won't do. Be quiet now. Attend. Show no mercy. Move. At the ready. Attack. Stand ready. Prepare. Take heed, warriors. Prepare. The time has come. Strike. Make ready. Show no mercy. To attention. Stand fast. Stand ready. Make ready. To attention. To battle. Hurry, move.
Gonna sally out
Ready.
and take out those archers.
Take heed, warriors. Are you even trying? Come on.
Focus your efforts on the enemy, perhaps!
Destroy them. Attend. Unleash fury. Horsemen. Crossbows. Attend. Make ready. Prepare. The enemy warriors are running. Ha! Cavalry, stand ready. Double time. The time has come. The time has come. Bowman, move. Steel yourselves. Ready. Look, the enemy run. Craven, faster. Run.
Friggin' saber cav don't want to listen to me and get out. How many times do I have to tell them to move?
Warrior! To attention! Rain down death! Ready, bows! Prepare! Attend! Fight!
And this is by no means a done deal here.
Make ready! Attend! Boats ready!
Crossbows can fire an arc in this game. Yeah, it's pretty nonsensical.
Stand ready! Archers, attend! Ready! Ready to ride?
All right, now we're talking.
Unleash fury! Do not relent!
Killed one of his generals. I think I killed Gongsun Zan because now Zhao Yun's berserking.
The time has come! To attention! Cavalry, to attention! Double time! Arrows! At the ready! Move out quickly! Stand ready! Move! Take heed, warriors! Faster! Prepare! The enemy general falls! Ha! Ready! At the ready! Quick march! The time has come! Cavalry, attend! Fight!
I think I just made my own units shatter by having fire arrows.
Make ready!
That's alright, I have them in a complete encirclement here.
One step closer to victory!
Prepare!
Steel yourselves!
This records mode general abilities mod is really nice. It's a really nice touch.
Make ready!
It really adds a little something to records mode.
To attention!
It's insane to me that they don't have any abilities in vanilla.
Archers, prepare! With speed! Go, go!
Still yourselves!
And we can do a cycle charge because these guys just do not want to break. These are some tanky boys. Are these giant two-handed swords like historically accurate? These things are massive. It's like something Sir Gregor Clegane from Game of Thrones would use. I mean, look at these things. They're friggin' bulldozers. Oh, that was a cool kill move.
At the ready!
I think this game might have the best cavalry charges in any Total War game.
Unit flees! What cowards!
Oh, that was awesome. And now we can just mop them up. Look at how badass these crossbowmen look. Hollowed square formation.
Our men have no ammunition! They cannot fire!
Absolutely not, he says. Those guys were added, I think, because the sword branch lacked anti-infantry. Oh. And now Merlin says they are historically accurate. Zhan Ma Dao. Zhan Ma Dao. Which meant horse-cleaving sword. Well, that thing definitely looks like it could cleave horses. I mean, look at the size of that thing. So that was a must-win battle, by the way, for those at home watching. If I had lost that battle, it was pretty much GG for the campaign. My crossbow's got a lot of kills. So did his.
Justice cannot be denied. They have suffered enough.
I need the cash. The battle won, our general chases down the enemy general and challenges them to a duel. Everyone watches, wrapped as the two leaders clash, each giving good account of their abilities. After an impressive bout that will be talked about for years, our general stands victorious. Character wounded, Zhao Yun. That is awesome flavor text and flavor event. Yuan Shao has declared his intentions. Yuan Shu's an asshole. I don't know much about the Three Kingdoms, but that I do know.
For honor!
See ya, Gongsun Zan.
Our faith was rewarded.
Oh! Damn, son. I could have... Imagine if I could have captured him. That would have been giga. Holy cow. You know what we have to do now, boys, right? You know what time it is. Liu Bei will hate me for doing this. I cannot believe I captured him. Dreadbringer. It's been real, Gongsun Zan. See you later, though, man.
We should not waste resources on imprisoning them.
For China!
The population is growing here. A gladdening sign.
Reject corruption.
Advancing. I return. How fair the people.
Why can I not use his... gear? Is it only vanguards can use that? Merlin says, I think executing him was the historically accurate choice. I think you're right.
The mightiest tree survives on its roots. Bend, do not break.
That should be the end of Gongsun Zan's faction now. Ali, hello, sir. Unfortunately, I cannot watch
Fire burns
the stream, but good
brightly
luck with
and
it. Thank you very much, man. I
indiscriminately.
appreciate that.
But no flame can last forever.
There it is. Dongzhuo is finally dead.
Starved of air, it chokes, it splutters, and is then extinguished.
Give Dreadbringer to Wen Chao or Yang
The
Liang.
tyrant,
Could have sworn I just
is
tried to give it
dead.
to Wen Chao.
yet in the ashen darkness, the avaricious prowl.
You are an irritant and must be controlled. You reject our generosity?
China is people, not its oppressive warlords. Strike true!
Dazzler says, hello, General. What's going on, man? How you doing? Great stream. How long do you think it will be before CA will cut the cord on Troy? I'll be honest with you, man. I'm surprised it's still going as it is. Every single DLC that comes out for that game, I'm like, alright, that's gotta be the last one, right? Don't get me wrong, I'm happy that they haven't cut the cord on it. But I didn't... If you had put a gun to my head and said, do you think that Troy will get a fully fledged mythological expansion, I would have said, no way.
What was shrunken is now plumped with life.
Merlin says, I give Troy another 6 months to a year. Yeah, I mean, realistically, that would put it at 2 years post-launch. That's about what Three Kingdoms got.
For China.
Wait, what the Oh, Zhang Yang we will invite into our coalition. What if why do we want him in our coalition? I'm overruled anyway, right? That's the way this works. Does everybody have to accept? Whatever, I'll accept him in.
Curious, but acceptable.
For the people! For the people! From the roots to heaven. In time, they will thank us for this. Vent frustration.
David says, I think if they did a Bronze Age with all the major empires, with all their customs and gods, it would be awesome, including the Sea People's invasions. I agree. I would like to see like a mythological take, but full-scale Bronze Age. I think that would be the way to go. I don't think a historical Bronze Age, as much as it pains me to say it, would be as interesting, just because the way that warfare was fought just wasn't as tactically interesting. But seeing all the different mythologies clashing would be awesome.
Ready yourselves. Embarking.
Should check on Cao Cao, since that was the whole goal of the campaign, was to see Cao Cao dead. Should see what he's up to.
Another branch grows and sprouts.
Glad tidings.
Superior strength to mine.
Remain honest. Return to standard position. Serve the people.
Well met, friend.
Ever upwards.
Here we go, Dreadbringer. Giving it to Yuan Shao, just like you said, man. Badass.
We patiently await your answer. As you wish.
How do you guys feel about a Game of Thrones Total War? Probably wind down the stream here in about 10 minutes. I'm having a blast. It's when I only anticipated streaming for around 2 hours, but we've gone well over that. At the start of your turn, the following faction should have at least 10 food. Cao Cao. You can starve for all I care. Fuck Cao Cao. With your military struggling to combat the challenges it faces, the Emperor has decided to give you soldiers and supplies to aid in the defense of your lands. Hell yeah. Good guy Emperor. I've never had that event happen before. That's awesome. I guess that's not awesome, though, because it means I'm not doing well. Whatever, I'll take it.
Shout fury! The people's voice cannot be silenced. We will bring righteousness to this settlement. Resist corruption and endure hardships. Lift the peasants.
I think a Game of Thrones Total War would be cool. Just don't let Dan and Dave be involved. True statement. Dumb and Dumber. My son is handsome and competent and uncomplicated. Basically, just a dumb, hot person. Feels good, man.
Cultivate patience.
That's one of my sons. My other son is greedy, vain, and sickly. You can turn sound down in the background so the game stays on. Yeah, I know, Total Warhead. I actually had that on until today, and I turned it off. So I was like, why do I have this on? I don't need this. It's not like I'm streaming. What's up, Total Warlord? Banquet of Reconciliation. I'll take the toast to the people. I need that public order. Level 6 city. I got a siege. How about we take everything except for that city and save it for last?
Sprout ever upwards to heaven. Destroy corruption. Outwards and on.
Oh, it's empty.
To arms!
Don't mind if I do then. Wait. Oh, I have to do this entire branch first. That sucks. Are peasants even worth building? Like, what's the difference between spear warriors and G warriors or G infantry? Total War, it says, damn, you got me wanting to make content for Three Kingdoms again. You should, man. By the way, man, your thumbnails, your Three Kingdoms thumbnails, absolutely primo shit, man. All right, I'll just do what I was going to do, which is go for a regional levy. For that sweet, sweet replenishment.
Remain pure.
I have a request for you.
No.
It is up to you.
Spear warriors use spear, G use a G halberd. I get that, but I'm saying, like, functionally, what's the difference? Are G more like all-rounders, while spear are more focused on anti-cav? I guess the Whiplash video PTSD is finally going away. Yeah.
Attack! For China!
Got a full stack floating around like right here. I have about one turn before he gets to me. All right, this will be the last turn. And then we'll call the stream.
Crush them! Our victory is proof of heaven's approval. Only by growth will the word be spread. Serve integrity.
All right. Now we are in a good position. All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching the stream and tuning in. I had a great time chatting with you all. Yeah, I really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. I'm not sure if I will continue this campaign on stream. I might keep playing off stream though, because I'm having a lot of fun. Stay tuned to the channel for a Total War 3 Kingdoms video about the top 10 mods that I've been really enjoying. It's coming soon. It's going to be a long one, around 10 minutes. So hopefully you guys watch that and find something that you like. So thanks again. Snow Allen says, but I just came. Sorry, man. Take it easy, guys. I really appreciate it again. So have a great day. Have a great rest of your night. You know, whatever your time zone is. And I will talk to you guys later. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.